Hey, Brian from Landtouria here. Today we've got a bit of a blast from the past. This is back in 2016. An action-packed trip to Moreton Island. Please enjoy. Found a spot, CB10, on the western side of the lovely Moreton Island, and this is what you can expect when you get there. There's an inland track. You have to go around Cowan after you leave the barge, and the inland track goes for about 20 minutes driving. It can be a bit rough and a bit soft, but it's a really nice drive. The campsite's a bit elaborate. We were planning to stay about 10 days, so we like to have all the comforts at home. I think they call this Moreton magic. We were fortunate enough to have heaps and heaps of whales. Quite surprising. It's the closest we'd been to the whales back then. That's Brisbane in the background. You can see clear day, Glasshouse Mountains off to the right. After indulging in the whales, which really blew us out, we thought we'd go for a drive up to Cowan, fill up some water supplies. Lovely drive on the beach, up past Bulwar Wrecks. There's nothing too hard on this island whatsoever. It's absolutely beautiful. Now just off to the right here, if you veer right, that'll take you into the Bulwar Township, and you can find supplies in there, even fresh water we found. There's a nice shop there, do great meals. The proprietors are excellent, so helpful, wonderful people. But on this case, we kept going straight through, and Cowan is the next right. And it's another campsite, but it's not on the beach, as you'll see. It's tucked in, but it's got some great facilities and you can hook up and get some nice water for showers. Combiuro, did I say Combiuro Point? Oh, I'm so sorry. Another beautiful day. Thought we'd cruise up to Taylor Bight, which is up the northern end of Moreton Island. Lovely outing. This was the second day. Okay, so I walk into the water below knee deep and get whacked by a stingray. Oh my God. I've never felt anything like it. The pulsings of pain were absolutely incredible. They would come for about 25 seconds straight, which is a long time in that kind of pain, and then you would have about a 15-second break and it would do it again. This happened for about 3.5 hours until eventually the hospital. It had to be an airlift. There was no other way out. They were worried because of my age that I might have a heart attack because of the amount of pain that is endured. Everything just happened so damn quick. But it did take an hour for the ambulance to find our tent. And that was a long hour, I'll tell you. And then he could only give me one of those blue whistles that I think I nearly ingested in about 15 seconds. It didn't do nothing at all. The pain of a stingray is just too intense. So after being loaded on, I had a practitioner sitting next to me, had a cannula in my arm, and he was just pumping me with morphine, and the morphine would not do anything. There was no reaction whatsoever, and I ended up draining the helicopter's supply of morphine, so we had to go and pick up a woman who had sprained her ankle at South Stradbroke Island, and they got some more supplies there, but it didn't help. And my friends, with Deb staying behind, that was that. Okay, next day. Wow, what a night. My wonderful children, aged 20 and 17, were waiting on the mainland for me. They couldn't tell us what hospital I was going to, so they were just parked on the side of the road waiting to hear. And they met me in ER eventually. We went to the PA hospital, the Venoms unit, and they just kept saying Steve Irwin, Steve Irwin, Steve Irwin, and they didn't really know what to do, and they were just Googling everything and pumping me full of crap. And eventually the pain subsided. I had to bring back some supplies. I got the kids to bring solar panels, water, and more blankets because it was quite cold. And then we got back and kicked the fire in the guts and let's have something to eat. It was absolutely crazy experience. Okay, but it's only the beginning really. After being laced, we're just about to, after this beautiful meal, get smashed by a storm, and then another one in the morning, and it was relentless. It just came out of nowhere. The weather reports were fine, and this just smashed us from every angle. And this is the result in the morning. 2 storms that night. There was the one at about 7:30, and then we got smashed again at about 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was 80 km/h gusts straight from the west, straight into camp. It was that intense, we thought the trees were going to come down on top of us because of the rain had loosened the sand, and it was a pretty scary situation. So it was time for a total rebuild. It took hours. Off to Bulwer for some food, couldn't be bothered cooking. Next, beautiful sunset. You would not think that it was going to happen again.
Patching wounds.
Patching wounds, getting out of...
What's that one for that you've got on already?
That's my Stingray.
Your what?
My Stingray bite. Well, impalement.
Attack.
Attack.
There he is.
And now all
From the day before yesterday, so Wednesday.
Oh, Jesus.
Where you had to be evacuated from the island.
Yeah.
What are the others from?
Well, that one under here that I'm hatching, which is what the surgeons, when they were into this, were just as concerned about that. And
that was from the stump.
I kicked the stump out the front.
Okay.
But just before that, oh, that's healing all right.
Yeah, but you did that on the...
About a half hour before that.
Yeah.
And then that was about 7 hours after that. So it was all in a 12-hour period.
So why are we in here?
We're in here because it's blowing its fucking ass out there. And
again, what happened last night when you came back to the island yesterday?
Yeah, we had a really nice pork roast.
Oh, okay. In the camp oven.
In the camp oven,
yeah.
And then it all went to shit, didn't it?
Sorta.
It started by you getting slammed on the head with a pole because the wind stripped this quality fucking Bunnings tub. Oh, extra heavy duty. No, heavy duty.
At your expense, of course.
At your who was that fucker?
Jimmy Bobby.
Jimmy Bobby, that's it.
Toowoomba.
Yeah, so tomorrow...
So we're in here, we're locked down because last night
we got
that happened.
Slammed
the
by
winds
2
were up
storms.
to 80k gusts.
Yeah.
We bunkered down eventually, and then the big electrical storm came at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
and it went nuts.
It went fucking nuts.
Yeah.
It was scary.
Yeah.
And especially being as tired as we both were.
Oh, not to mention the 20,000 litres of morphine they pumped into you the day before.
That was silly, yeah. Yeah, that was the straw that broke the camel's back this morning, eh?
And Dewa and I, there he is up there.
Yeah.
He's like Buddha
Yeah.
with his big biscuit belly. He and I stayed here.
Yes,
You went
did.
back to the mainland. The kids met up with you in ER. Looked after you the whole time. Put you back on the boat next
Legends.
day.
Yeah.
Fucking legends. And then you came back over. I drove down the beach on my own.
Yeah. I was worried.
No, I had Dewa. So you shouldn't have been worried. We bombed it, didn't we? Dewa. Okay. We're nearly done
Until
here.
tomorrow.
Bye, Dewa.
Subscribe.
Here.
Comment.
There.
Here. I'll leave my appendages in the comment section. And don't forget to deal with our sponsors, whoever the fuck they might be. Well, I guess it's Carlton Dry.
Where's
Fucking
Carlton?
spend enough money.
Where's Carlton?
Here's Carlton. And how big is that fucking
Mini
stubby, really?
tinny.
I hope your dick's bigger than that. Look how small that can is. But, top fucking dollar. Top dollar. Let's paint it silver.
Yeah.
Give it a taste that can't be fucking denied to get you addicted. And then charge you exorbitant prices for a half a can of piss. Dewa says no. Dewa says no. No to Carlton Dry.
Okay.
Hey.
Is he finished now?
He is.
Okay.
He's had a
Are you
rest.
finished now?
I think we're finished.
Okay. See ya.
Click like.
Okay. Next morning, woke up beautiful. You wouldn't have known of the disaster of the night before. And we decided, because the Stingray could get infected and it was starting to get really sore, that we just dumped all the firewood for some lucky guy who would take the spot, and we thought we would try and get a spot on the fully booked MyCat. We spoke to them on the phone and they said just turn up and see if you can get on if you can, and our plan was if we couldn't, we were going to go to the other side. And it was chock-o-block, I tell you, it was crazy. There was that many people, and I went up and saw the deckies and they knew who I was because they knew that I was the airlift out, so they squeezed everyone up so tight and they got us in. It was amazing. Thanks guys. Wow.